Welcome and good morning to another edition of the Friday Morning Commute with your host, Rovin Doug. Hope everyone is enjoying their Friday before if you're in America, before Independence Day. If you're not in America, then before the weekend. Hope you enjoy your weekend. It's definitely going to be a very interesting day. Hopefully, if everything goes according to plan. This will be my wife and I's first trip with all the kids out to see her family over in the next state. Only a couple hours away, which will be really nice. I probably should have gone right there. So, all that being said, let's go ahead and get started to see what our resident salt seller has for us today. Because if you can't get it in Iron Banner, then I'm definitely sure Xur will sell it to you today. So for the Titans, we have Twilight Garrison. Great chess piece from what I can tell. We have the Mask of the Third Man for Hunters. If I remember correctly, this is the one that gives you constant on radar, but I could be wrong. And then we have the Apotheosis Veil for Warlocks. It's a decent helmet. I like my Light Beyond Nemesis for the quick revives. And then Obsidian Veil for Void Walkers. So I can't remember where Apotheosis Veil kind of lands on my spectrum of exotic helmets. For everyone, we have the Bad Juju. So make sure you get some of it if you don't have it. It's a pretty good pulse rifle for Crucible and PvE action, I should say. Not PvP, even though Crucible is PvP. So, and then we have the Legacy Exotic Engram, this week being for helmets. And remember, as always, the Exotic Legacy Engrams are for Year 1 Legacy Exotics. That means you will not be getting a Year 2 Exotic unless you by chance unlock a Year 1 that has a Year 2 equivalent and then go buy it with Legendary marks. So, all that being said, let's go ahead and switch focus to Iron Banner. It's Clash this week, so 6v6, kill demands. That's the objective, kill everyone. I was able to play with a couple other streamers this week, which was really nice. Got to play with Kickle, Texas Leo, and it was a blast. Now, they were all, the correct light level for this activity, which is, 300 plus. To be honest, you just need to be over 250 to start playing in Iron Banner, but since it is a light level based activity, the Guardians you're dealing damage to, if you're under, say, about 330, is going to be reduced almost to a point where you're not doing damage. I mean, you're still doing damage, you're just not really hurting them. And then the damage they deal to you is greatly increased because all that damage. Now, with that being said, 290, it was hard. It was difficult to get kills, but it wasn't impossible. I actually enjoyed it. But to be honest, Destiny to me is a little bit about, the skill required and more about completing activities with friends. As any MMO type game will be, it's about the community and creating friends and doing these activities together. So it's nice to be able to go and, in a fire team of 5 or 6, run these activities, even if you may not always win. Now, we did have some unexpected maintenance, which Bungie was quick to try and resolve and keep Iron Banner in the tower this week. As you will remember, or might remember, we had Iron Banner scheduled for last week, and then we had an issue with one of the new features they added being slightly problematic, so they waived Lord Saladin off for another round, and thankfully he's back, and hopefully over the weekend everything will be fine and dandy. We do have trials starting today, so remember that. what else? So, the This Week at Bungie update, there wasn't too much information. Just the normal, okay, we're working on stuff. We've got stuff going. It is interesting. They did have a segment on what Legacy Console and kind of a brief overview of what's going to happen. And it seems like you'll be able to complete the story. You'll be able to complete raids and patrol activities. However, you're not going to be getting activities like Iron Banner, Trials of Osiris. These communal PvP events that we see and that we most love. And moving these events to current gen only is probably a smart move. And you might be going, but Doug, why? Why? Let me preface this with, I am an Xbox 360 owner. I started playing Destiny on the Xbox 360. With the forward progression of games, there's going to come a time when you have to stop supporting previous generations of hardware in order to allow for the growth of your game forward. If you're holding on to your past, you'll never move beyond it. Now, your past will influence you, which is important. It's important to know, kind of how Destiny 1 is going to influence Rise of Iron, is going to influence Destiny 2, so on and so forth. But we can't, as a community, and as, especially me as a software developer, if we get stuck in the same glob of mess and we can't get out of it, then the product we're going to offer, the product we're going to receive, and the games we're going to play are going to be very stale and stagnant and just not enjoyable at all. So now is probably the best time as any to upgrade to console. To be honest, we are 2.5 years into, almost 3 years into the current console generation cycle. Consoles are down from $400 to $300 to $250. You can find good used ones at game stores for even less than that. We've got announcements of consoles coming out with better, not better features, but more rounded out features, more memory, sometimes some beefier specs, but not always. So this is really the time to upgrade if you are still a previous generation console owner. Now, just be warned that if you're doing this just for Destiny, you'll need to make sure you upgrade at the right time. Because if you haven't heard this already, or encountered this, your license for the Taken King is not valid from previous gen to current gen. You actually had to buy, if you're like me, I bought Taken King 3 times. I bought it for my Xbox 360, then I bought it for my PlayStation 4, and then I bought it for my Xbox One because the license did not transfer forward. So, I can't remember if Rise of Iron also comes with the previous, like all the other games. It could be. So if that's the case, if you're paying, you pre-order Rise of Iron and you get access to Taken King, House of Wolves, Dark Blow, and the base game, then that's a really great deal. Otherwise, you're going to have to keep in mind that you're going to need to repurchase the Taken King for your next-gen console. Or current-gen. I always say next-gen. I don't know why. So, little food for thought. Hope you guys enjoy it. Hope you guys have a great weekend. I'm going to try to relax and not do any work. We will see. Anyways, as always, we're going to run over Xur's assault list one last time. For the Titans, we have the Twilight Garrison. For the Hunters, we have Mask of the Third Man. For Warlocks, we have the Apotheosis Veil. For everyone, we have the Bad Juju. And then we have the Legacy Engram as a helmet. Remember, only for Year 1 exotics, aka Legacy. Now, quick snippet, if you have the time, check out the Breathe Easy event that is going on. I believe it's this weekend for by Dad's of Destiny for cystic fibrosis, if I remember that correctly. They are raising funds for organizations doing research and to try to prevent or, if possible, cure this disease that it affects lungs, affects breathing, makes it hard and difficult to breathe. It's not something that anyone wants to learn that they have. It's no fun. I know we've lost a few community members to this disease, so I hope you guys have a great weekend. Please go check out the Breathe Easy event. Whether it's this weekend or next, please check it out. Enjoy yourselves. If you're able to, donate. Again, this is your host, Rovan Doug. Thanks for stopping by. Hope you guys have a great weekend, and I will see you all later. Bye, Guardians. I will see you Starside.